Hello, hello. Hello, you guys. Can you hear me? Can you see me? Hello. I think there goes the counter. Hopefully you can see me now. My phone has not refreshed yet, so I will do that. I see myself now. Okay. I think you guys can see me. Hello. Welcome in. We see and hear you. Thank you, Karen, for acknowledging that. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Happy Thursday, you guys. Wow, that week went by super fast. Like a blur. Totally fast. So hello, you guys. Hope you guys had a good week. In between, seeing you last. Hopefully, everyone is well. Mama Pam and I went to the booth today. I think Mom worked for 3 hours at the booth today. I was there for like 5.5 hours. There's a special event called Sip and Shop once a month on Thursdays. And usually it's like the third week, but there's like an extra week in August for some reason. So it was tonight. So that means our mall's open till 8 p.m. instead of 5 p.m. And the whole parking lot was completely full by the time I left around 5:30. So it was crazy bananas. I'd love to stay and see what it's like, but I'm usually here with you guys. I don't know. I don't know what Sip and Shop is like, but they had live music and they had like a little coffee truck this time with some snacks and some baked goods. So good time. But yeah, man, it was like, it didn't feel like 5.5 hours. Switched a lot of things around at the booth today. So I'm going to go all the way up to the top, the tippy top, all the way up there. Oh my goodness. Oh, keep scrolling. I'm pretty sure Lisa was here early bird, but StreamYard's not showing that to me anymore. I know when I put stuff into the chat earlier that I think Lisa was here early bird, but it cut her off. So I'm sorry, Lisa, but hello. Matthew, I see you in the chat. Hey, Matthew, good to see you tonight. Karen, good to see you as well. I think Gavin also left me a comment earlier today that says, hopefully he can join in, but he might be in the Lurkers Lounge. So Karen's going to be bid ending this evening. Thank you so much, Karen, in advance for that. There's Lisa. Hello, hello. And Sharon, good to see you tonight. Thanks for popping on. Kim, hey Kim. Hello to Bob as well. Good to see you, Kim. Kim, I haven't sent your happy mail out yet. I'm going to do that. I have several happy mail surprises to send out. So I'm going to be doing that next week. I will get stuff out in the mail. Let's see, where did I leave off? Miss Sharon Spencer, I said hello to you already, but you get a bonus. Today, KP is here. Hey, KP, good to see you. Let's see. There's Gavin. Hey, Gavin. Heidi ho to you as well. Judy, hello, hello. Good to see you, Judy. And say hello to Mr. Gnarly Jones for me. Let's see. Scrolly scroll. Let's see. Cindy Lou. Hey, Cindy. Good to see you tonight. There is William. Hello, William. Let's see. William and I were talking back and forth a little bit last night or this morning. I don't remember. The concept of time eludes me most days. But I've never been to a Sonic. We don't have them. I know Detroit has Sonics, but we don't have them on the west side of the state. At least I've never seen one. So I've never eaten there, nor have I had Diet Coke from there. But apparently it's the best Diet Coke ever. I've just never had it. So one of these days we'll have to try it or go over to the east side and try it. I know other states have it as well, but it's just something I don't see. I guess where we go, I don't see them. There's Mama Pam. Hey, Mom. Let's see. Scroll. Melanie. Hey, Melanie. Been cleaning out closets. That is no fun. I'm not a fan of doing that, Melanie, because it makes a big old mess. And then you don't want to clean up the mess after you've made piles of things out of the closet. It's like a whole day or a couple day process. Anthony, good to see you. Thanks for hopping in the chat. Thanks for logging in and say hi. Good to see you in a couple weeks, right? Yeah, in a couple weeks. I do. Let's see. Paula's here. Hey, Paula. Good to see you tonight. Jenny's with me. Hello, Jenny. Hello, hello. Karen Williams. Hello, Karen. Thank you. Appreciate that. Purdy's here. Hello, Purdy. Good to see you as well. I knew who you were. I've just never seen your name pop up in the chat before. So this is, I have filmed their booth at Elkhorn several times. They have the most amazing fairy lamps and glass and pottery, all the things. And they're going to be setting up in Springfield. So that's exciting. Never set up in Springfield before. So that's going to be exciting. In the same barn that Michael Todd's going to be set up with, I hear, at Springfield as well. So the Fine Arts Building. So yeah, that is the place to be. It's good. It's where a lot of the good stuff is in that building for sure. Hey Joe, good to see you. I'm glad that you made it tonight. And it was good to hear from you the other day. So I hope you're well. Thank you, Joe. Chris is here. Hey, Chris. And Holly. Holly, it's Fran. Welcome in. Let's see. Chrissy Lynn, first time checking out a live sale. Okay, well, welcome in, Chrissy. Since we have some new friends in the chat tonight, of course, if anybody has questions as we go along, do not hesitate to ask. Type them down into the chat. If I myself cannot answer them, we have a lot of regular familiar faces in our chat that can certainly help you out if you have questions as we go too. Let's see. Totally lost my spot. Miss Deborah Williams, it's good to see you in the chat tonight. Thank you for being here. Yeah, apparently I need to go to Sonic because I've heard about this cherry limeade as well. Heidi, I haven't seen your name pop up in a long time either. Good to see you. Joan is with me. Hello, Joan. Welcome in. Let's see. I'm going to try and get through these quickly. Blue Wildflower. Hello. Another name I haven't seen pop up in a while. Thank you guys for being here. As soon as I get to the bottom of the chat, I'll talk about why I'm here by myself, and then we'll get into the nuts and berries of the sale. How about that? Sandra's here. Hello, Sandra. Good to see you. Moose. Hey, Dusty. Good to see you as well. Dusty, we missed you last week. All right. I think I got everybody. If I missed you, I'm so very sorry if I skipped over your name. Sometimes the chat can go pretty fast. For me here in StreamYard, it's hard to keep up with it. But welcome in. I'll just say a general welcome to everybody that's hopping on with me. So Jason is actually on vacation. He's in New Jersey. I don't know if he's back yet, but he was on vacation this whole week, hanging out with some buddies of his. And then with everything going on at the store, getting ready for the fall extravaganza that Adamstown has, all the things, Jason's not going to be with me for the month of September. And but I will still be here. There just might be some moving around. Next Thursday, I will be here at normal time, normal channel, normal time next Thursday. And next Thursday, I'll talk about a couple scheduled changes just based on traveling for September. We have Springfield Extravaganza in Ohio, and then the weekend after that is Elkhorn in Wisconsin. So there's going to be a couple day shuffles in there for sales, but you will still see me every week in September. And so I will let you guys know when those schedule changes will occur, and I'll make sure and get those broadcasts scheduled, and I'll let Karen and Kim know as well when those are coming up. But next Thursday is regular, so don't worry about that. Okay. Minx, good to see you. I just saw you pop in there. Good to see you tonight. And all right, so we will talk about how the sale is going to work tonight. And I will just go over that briefly. I know most of you are familiar with this. You will see Jason's information in here. Just skip over that. We'll skip over that for tonight because it's just going to be me here on the screen. So first, if you're not seeing the live chat pop up on your screen, you want to make sure you're logged in to either a Google or YouTube account. That's how you will see the live chat and be able to type down in there. I do not have subscriber mode only turned on. I've never actually, the one time I turned it on, it was just full of spam. Funny enough, that's supposed to keep it out, but that's why I don't turn that on. I don't know why that is, but I don't have subscriber only mode turned on. Then you would have to be subscribed to the channel to be able to type in the chat. You want to be in the best version of the chat once you are logged in. So make sure you're in live chat all messages and not top chat. If you're in top chat right now, it is going to only show you a portion of the chat. So you want to make sure in live chat all messages, then you can see everything down in there. We do have a lag here on YouTube, so you want to refresh as often as you can. What that means is refresh your feed. So you can either exit out of YouTube and come back in, or the easier way to do so, which doesn't require you to close out anything, is to find the gear wheel icon. So my kitty icon just popped up in the corner. So your mobile devices, phone or tablet, you tap the screen and find the gear wheel icon, hit playback speed, and 2 times. That will make sure you get caught up with me. If you are lagging behind when you do that, I will sound funny until you're caught up with me again. And then that will get you to the most current point that you can be in the live. On the computer, you can find the settings in the lower right-hand corner. Same kind of deal. And I know on the TV, there is a way to refresh. If you're watching the broadcast on a television, you can go into your home settings and refresh that way. I will, for the most part, be doing offer ups this evening. So that will be the auction style. I will give you a starting price. It will be pinned in the lower left-hand corner of the screen. So you can look for starting bids and current bids down there. And I will let you know items, descriptions, measurements, any kind of knowledge I know about it, and if there's any kind of issues. So if there's any damage, repairs, any kind of notable things that I should mention, I will show it to you live on the screen. If you're interested in anything tonight, all you have to do is type your bids down into the chat. I will call them out and highlight them as you see them come into StreamYard, and that's where the lag comes into play. So I won't see things immediately when you type them in. It takes a little bit to filter in through StreamYard and YouTube to me, but I will do my best to call out everything as I see it. If I don't, for some reason, acknowledge something, sometimes filtering happens, not very often, but try to put in your comment again, or try and put an emoji that helps push things through. We'll do a 20-second countdown, and the highest bid that I see come in before the official bid end of Miss Karen G will be the winner. And I do have a quick claim round, and I will talk about that when we get there on how to do that. I am doing just in cases as always here on the channel. So all that I ask to use a just in case is that you have at least one straight bid in on the current item that you are bidding on. And then during the countdown, you can use a just in case bid. That is the max amount that you're willing to pay for the item plus the letters JIC. Type that into the chat during the countdown. And if your just in case is the highest before the bid end, I will bid you up $1 over the next highest amount. That's kind of your insurance bid, if you will. Same kind of deal that you would do for your max bid on eBay. And if multiple just in cases come in before the bid end, those do then turn into regular bids. If you don't want to use just in case, you do not have to. It is available for those that would like to use it and that are active bidders as well. If you win an item tonight, I do need some information emailed to me. So I need an email to my HackworthA12@gmail.com. That's up here on the screen. You can also find it in the description of the video. And pinned in a comment in the chat somewhere, that information is there as well. And my lovely mod squad puts them into the chat throughout the sale as well. So pretty easy to find that information. But if you win something, if you're brand new to me, this is what you want to pay attention to. I need an email sent to me with your YouTube screen name, your real name, your full shipping address, and an email that I can send a PayPal invoice to. I only invoice in PayPal. But if you don't have a PayPal account, that's okay. You can still shop with me. Just let me know when you send the information that you'd like to check out as a guest. When I do my invoicing, I send it to your email with a direct link to that invoice, and then you kind of follow the prompts that it tells you on the screen, and then you can check out with any debit, credit, Venmo, or Apple Pay, or your PayPal account. So pretty easy, and it's totally secure. Just make sure when you do check out, either in PayPal or with that guest checkout link, that your shipping information is correct. That ensures that the package will get to you, number one, and that is where your label is printed from. So you want to make sure that, double check that that's good to go. Payments due within 24 to 48 hours of receiving that invoice, and shipping is not included with the winning bid price. That is additional. However, I do use Pirate Ship to get discounted shipping rates. That is why I do need your shipping address, and that's how I calculate your shipping. Once your package is packed, based on the size and weight of that package, and then where you live in relation to me. And I do have shipping available to anywhere in the US and Canada. I can ship elsewhere international, but keep in mind that the shipping rates, although they are discounted, are a little bit higher than they are to Canada. I do ship from Michigan, and I will be doing invoicing tomorrow. So I will email everybody once invoices go out at some point tomorrow. If you got a couple people came over to Instagram last night and got some things from me, so those will combine ship with anything else that you get additional tonight. So I'll just message you. Those invoices go out tomorrow. And I think that's about it. Unless anybody has any questions before we get started. I know you guys have been chatting back here in the background. Just get caught up on the chat here. My goodness, you guys are super chatty. Holy cow, Miss Helen's here. Hey, Helen, good to see you tonight. Thanks for popping on. All right, somebody's got to keep William in line. Renee is here. Hey, Renee. Brenda's here as well. Yes, please hit the thumbs up on the broadcast. That would be amazing if you could give that a thumbs up. I know it doesn't seem like it helps a whole lot, but it does. How does Parmy like the black cat on the bed? Kim, Parmesan doesn't care. Parmesan does what Parmesan wants. He doesn't care about it. Really. He hasn't even paid it any sort of attention whatsoever. I don't know where he's at. He was up here, but he's gone. He's gone now. So I don't know where he went to. He's got more important things to do. I'm sure he'll be back at some point. Okay. I think I have covered everything tonight. Yeah, just let me know if you guys have questions as we go along. Okay. I'm going to start with choice. So I do have kind of a mixture of fall and a little bit of Halloween and a little bit of everyday kind of stuff. So that's kind of what I have tonight. I don't know. I was feeling fall. Even though it's 90 degrees here in Michigan. It's still hot summer weather, but I'm ready for fall to get here. I don't know about anybody else, but I am. Okay. Choice is going to start at 16. I do have some pixies tonight, little baby pixies. Actually, you know what? I just saw that this one's got a leg repair. Dang it. Okay. It's not going to be choice. Not going to be a choice. Okay, this can be for the pair then. The pair at 16. I did not see that this guy had a leg repair. Well, that's a bummer. That's all right. It's barely noticeable because I certainly didn't see it until I had it up here in my 8 lights. So pair of pixies. There we go. And they both have a little bit of paint wear. So where the leg repair is this guy that is doing his calisthenics. This one, it's right here. The line is right in here. Unfortunately, poor guy, he had a leg accident. It is an Annalie cat, Helen. Yeah, it is. It is. I can, if anybody is interested in that tonight, I can always grab it and we can do it. I don't know. I was trying to spread out the Halloween stuff and not overwhelm everybody with it in one night. So, but if anybody wants me to, I can. So here's the little guy with surgery. Okay, it's right in there. I only noticed it because that on the bottom right there. So his poor little leg. He doesn't look too. Maybe he looks a little bewildered about it. So there is some paint loss on the back of him. Okay, yeah, he's still good. But what I like about these pixies, even if they have paint wear in the cold paint, it just kind of looks like they've been playing in the snow. And there is Mr. Lounging Pixie that looks like he's posing for his. I have this exact pose in one of my senior photos. I'm pretty darn sure. And I'm sitting on a skateboard. I really got to dig that out. I know I've talked about that before. I gotta take that out and show you guys because it's something. I have one posing. I have one posing on a stool in jeans, barefoot, playing the guitar. That's another one. And then I have your traditional like head and shoulders, like, you know, kind of posy one. So there's the paint loss on that guy. This guy doesn't have any repairs or anything. Makes I see you're 16. Thank you so much. His little buns. I mean, he does. He does have some little buns. Just a little bit peeking out there. But yeah, there's that darn leg repair. Oh well. Oh well. Hey Leslie, good to see you. All right, Minx is in there at 16. Thank you so much. So let's do a countdown for the Pixie pair. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid ends. Hey, Mary. I don't know if I said hello to you, but hello. Minx, I see you're 20. Thank you so much. And I can roll out the counter too, just to see how bad the lag is tonight. I have no idea. All right, there is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. All right, Minx, they are coming to you. Minx are coming to you. Thank you so much. All right, Minx, you got it. Thank you so much. All right. Well, let's hope there's no more surprise repairs. I don't think so. I try really hard when I'm out looking at stuff. Sometimes I miss that. Sometimes the repairs are good, and I miss it. Oh well. It is what it is. Okay. This is going to be a pair of items, and it's going to start at 16. Okay. So you guys know I like to pair things, and they're a little matchy. So I found this first. Okay. I found this antique advertising for a perfume, and I thought with that hat, man, she looks pretty witchy, to me, like a fancier elevated version. Not quite spooky Halloween, but that was what I saw when I found this. And it is an antique perfume advertising. So it's pretty cool. And there's just a little bendy right there. And then I found this brooch. Look how good this matches. I couldn't believe it. Look at that. Look how good that matches. It, like, the stones in here are kind of it's hard to tell. I think that they are kind of like they're all amber, but then the marquee ones are kind of like have the aurora borealis on them. So they make them look like a little bit the color of the feathers. I thought that was wild. I was like, as soon as I saw it, I was like, ooh, I know what that's gonna go with. And the brooch, there's no missing stones or anything with it. It is punched metal for the backing, probably brass would be my guess on that. And I really like it. It definitely screamed fall to me. That's why I picked it up. All the stones are prong set in there. I did test it. It doesn't glow or anything like that. It does have a safety clasp here on the back side. No maker's mark or any stamping on the back side. But I just thought, my goodness, does it pair really good with that card? And I was going to read the card. Artman's Lolita perfume, trademark registered. So they do have their little trademark stamping up in the corner, which looks like a baby's face. Do you see a baby's face in there? I do. I don't know. And she's just really lovely. I don't know, to do gold inking like this in a big area like that was expensive to do back then. Exquisite bouquet, combining the delicate odor of the choicest flowers with the strength and permanence requisite to satisfy the taste of the most fastidious. That is a good word, fastidious. A delicious perfume, an absolute necessity for those who want the perfection of good taste in perfumery. Artman's perfumes and sachets are unquestionably the best. And that is some really tiny font there at the bottom. I have no idea. Oh, it's just kind of, I think it's a publishing, whoever published it. But yeah, I just thought, man, that looks really good together. So they would be coming as the pair. I don't know what that smells like. It makes you wonder, though. With a word like fastidious, it makes you wonder, what does that smell like? I don't seem to be interested in that. That's all right. I'll bring it back. I will do a recap at the end. And hey, Janine, I forgot to say hello to you when you popped in there. Hello, hello. All right. I get to see Janine in a few weeks too. All right. Next, I do have some Halloween postcards tonight. So I will do, I'm going to not do them as choice. They're totally different, like taste-wise, illustration-wise. So I'm going to do them different times. So the first one's going to start at 25. And it is, again, getting increasingly harder to find antique postcards, especially not in the $75 range. It is getting very difficult. But here's the one I'm going to start with tonight. So watch out for witches. Old and lean, always cast spells on Halloween. I love when it has the apostrophe there. Halloween. This is embossed. It is a Whitney made card. I love this one. I've had another one from the series. There's a whole series where there's black cats and owls, or combinations of cats and owls doing different things on a branch in front of the moon. I really like the series, but the other one that I had just had, I think, one cat and one owl, not the pair, but I really like that. I really like that imagery. So, and it also says a happy Halloween at the bottom. It's not been used, so there is no, there's no postmark or anything on the back. However, the series, I can tell you, is from the 20s, 1920s series on this. Early 1920s on it. I would say that it is overall good condition. For the card, there's not significant any kind of bending. There is just a little on the corner, kind of right in there. But I would not really call that a deal breaker at all. But it is heavily embossed. You can feel it. Feel it on the card. I think it's overall good shape. But I really liked, it's not like super spooky Halloween. I think you could put this out right now because I think it can just work for general fall as well. And it's your standard postcard size. Are you guys talking about perfume? I can't wear perfume. It makes my allergies go crazy bananas. I can't do it. So that is the Whitney made 1920s. Black cat and owl. I love when owls are in Halloween things. They make, yeah, the wings are great, KP. They are. Okay. I see Sandra and Dixie popped in there. Is the lag that bad, you guys? Is it that bad? We're going to do the count for this round because I'm very curious how bad the lag is. Okay. So Dixie's back in there at 27. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 28 or more. And again, it is unused. There's no postmark on the back, but I believe to be early 1920s on this series. Okay, I'm going to do a countdown, and we're going to find out together how bad the lag is. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Okay. I have at least an 8-second lag from what I see on StreamYard to what I see on my phone. I have at least an 8-second lag. So keep that in mind. I feel like I'm holding stuff up for an eternity. And then, so if there's something that you are interested in, try and put your bids in soon. you know, quick, so I know, because that is pretty bad. Not as bad as it has been, but it is still pretty bad. All right, Janine, I did see your 28. Sandra did use it just in case. And there is Karen's bid end. So Miss Sandra Bowers is going to be my winner at 29. You got it, lady. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Sandra Bowers. Okay. Well, all right. I do have a lot of ephemera things tonight. I didn't actually plan that. But all right, I'm going to do a tin. I'm going to do a tin next because I do have a couple of tins. So I'm going to do one of those next. Yes, don't forget to refresh. Often, you guys, please don't forget to do that. Okay, $20 start on my next round. And the sticker on the lid of this was very stubborn, so I will do a little bit better job of getting the stickiness off of this. But this tin is spectacular. I've never run across one of these out in the wild. It is going to start at 20 bucks. And there are a couple different variations of this tin. The earlier version, they did not have the pixies on here. It's the Furtex Mints tin. Oh my gosh, is it good? From Pennsylvania. But look at this. Look at this graphic. They're taking the mints and putting them in a very fancy silver little basket. How good is that? This tin is so spectacular. So it has the fun graphics on both sides of the tin. And the Furtex tin is from the 20s, so 1920s on this tin. Later on, I did see another company replaced Furtex, but they still carried on the pixies, but that was later on. I'm not sure when Furtex went out of business, but at some point they did. So I will take care of that stickiness up there. I just want to let you know that it's there. Overall, I would say the tin has typical wear for something from the 20s. This is usually very typical for deco tins. So I would say that that is not too bad. And I don't really see any kind of rusting on the base of the tin. I try not to pick things up that are rusty. Sometimes I can't help it, though, if the graphics are still really good. There's a little scratching right in here. You can see that line right there. And there's a couple small dents and things, but it's really not that bad. I would say it is just, it's amazing. It's kind of spooky pixie, but it's also kind of just awesome. So definitely would be good as a riser for something, but could work for Halloween too, I think. I love that illustration. Just so cool. The measurement for this, it is 4 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay. All right. So Renee, Dusty Moose, and Dixie. Renee's back in there at 25. So we're looking for 26 or more. And I am going to do a countdown. Anybody that has a bid in there can use it just in case if they would like. Moose is back in at 27. So we're looking for 28 or more. I'm going to start the countdown now. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. It's red. The background is red. Red and gold. I should have said that. It's showing pretty true color on screen. To me, anyway. It's like a tomato red. All right, there is a bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Moose at 28. Oh, Joe, you came in after the bid end. I'm so sorry. Moose, it's coming to you for 27. Thank you so much. Love that tin. Love that tin. I didn't want to craft with this one. You guys know I craft with tins like this. And I was like, no, I'm not. I can't. I couldn't do it. Okay. Oops. I wouldn't have a cool enough pixie or fairy, and I don't think I could make a cool enough one to put on there anyway. So I had to leave it be. Leave it be. All right. The next thing is going to be a pair. So this will be a pair of items. And it's going to start at 18. These are awesome. These are so good. So good. Where did I get these? In another state. I'm trying to think. So starting at 18 for the pair. So these are two fashion magazines from 1926. So I only showed one in my preview, but you actually get two of them. And I'm keeping one for myself because these are local. These are local to me, although I'm pretty sure I got these in Wisconsin. I think we went to an estate sale somewhere in Wisconsin and they were in there. I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. I can't remember. Mama Pam will remember. It does have a little wear right here on the cover, FYI. There wasn't a sticker there anything. That was how I found it. But it is from October 1926. The GOT Bull and Company Monthly Bulletin from Albion, Michigan, which is 12 minutes from here. 12 minutes away. Which is cool, which is why I kept one. So that's pretty cool. So this is the one for October, and amazing cover with the orange and like, I love this kind of like cheetah print she's got on. KPICU, thank you so much. And it does have an address here, and Eckford is not that far from here either. Kind of the opposite direction from Albion. For those planning new wardrobes or to make home ready for the stay-in months, the store fairly sparkles with new things. So if you like the outside, you will like the inside. I loved these. I wish they would have had more. I do have two more, but they are winter months. So I'll probably bring those in like January or something because they're like winter. These were like for right now. So in the front cover, there are some little luncheon recipes like that in the front. And there's also some advertising in here. I love that. Clip on the dotted lines with those big O scissors. It was after Utica. Oh, you're right. This was over by Detroit. You're right, Mom. Not in Wisconsin. This was an estate sale we went to over by Detroit somewhere. So there are some more color pages in here, but there's also black and white. So look at that fancy fur coat that she's got on. These are so good. And then we've got undergarments, silk undergarments. So there is, you know, it's more like a catalog that you could order fabrics, order things. They would let you know the latest fashion trends, how to use different fabrics and things that they had available to order. I thought, hang on, this one has different kinds of fabrics that they had available that you could order from. And crepe paper. These remind me a lot of the Denison catalogs that they would put out for things. Beautiful new blankets, wool blankets that you could get here. And then there is a little story thing in the back. So that's October one. Okay. Glowy, good to see you. KP's back in there. And you're also getting November. Look at him. He's real jazzed about carving that turkey. There's also that same wear here on the front. Would I think that these came like folded in some sort of fashion? Because I think all of them have a little bit of paperware kind of on the cover like that. So here is November 1926. And this one has on the back Thanksgiving preparations. I so wish there would have been a December one, but there was not. There was not a December one because I was like, oh man, because they had these out. They had these like all in a bin with all sorts of different like magazines and pamphlets and stuff like that. There was one that had a totally torn cover. I left that one behind because a lot of the pages had damage to that one, but I got all the rest of them. There is a little wear to that corner up there in the front. So it kind of talks about Thanksgiving dinner. There's good old Tom turkey. Their cream of tomato soup. stuffed olives. Let's hope there's not head cheese on this menu like the last menu that we read. Cranberry sauce, caramel sweet potatoes, mashed potatoes, carrots and peas, biscuits, pumpkin or mince pie, coffee, nuts, and raisins. It sounds pretty tame compared to that cruise ship menu that we read a few weeks ago. Let me show you some more of this one. This one has, oh, look at the handbags. Couldn't remember what was in each one. Handbags of the time. Here is some fancy accessories as you go about your day. Thanksgiving linens to decorate your table with for Thanksgiving. These are so good. And then this one showed you some different things that you could order for shrewd buyers. Pick these impressive values. Shrewd. And then some prices of things that you could order. Sorry, I'm spending a lot of time on these. I apologize. Warm bedding for your attention. Warm bedding. More wool blankets for those winter months that are coming up. And there is a little Christmas in this one, however. I know I wanted a full-on December one, but we've got Toyland here for the last page. We've got Santa's own Joyland and a few more little illustrations, and talks about like some toys that could be available. And then when the Thanksgiving dinner is over is the last little story there on the back. So anyway, I thought these were awesome. KP has got the high bid right now at 21. So yeah, we've got October and November. I thought I would do these together. So yeah, the Santa in the back was like awesome that was a bonus in there. But he's kind of, I don't know how I feel about him. All right, let's do a countdown. We are looking for 22 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. She's got some attitude. I like her. Orange lipstick. Yes. All right, Glowy, I see her just in case. And bid end from Karen. All right. Glowy Girl is going to be my winner at 22, I believe. Yes, it is. All right. Congrats, Glowy. Thank you so much. All right. Love, love, love. Okay. All right. Let's do, she is amazing. I'm going to do her next. She's going to have a little bit higher start than I typically would do for these. Just based on what she is, she's really good. All right, starting at 30, I have a half doll pin cushion. And the porcelain half doll for here, she is made in Germany. Okay, she is a 1920s made in Germany porcelain little half doll. And technically she maybe would be a bathing beauty, although she does have a little bit of clothing on here. So she's not totally nude or anything like that. But so good with her. Now there's a little bit of paint loss back here on the very back of her little swim cap. Maybe it's just a cloche style hat. I'm not sure. Either way, there's just a little bit of wear to her. And then there is a little rough spot kind of right in here. I don't know if that's picking up, but it looks like, it feels like something manufacturing to me because it's not 100%, like it has a texture to it, but I don't know. I think it's something with the molding. It doesn't appear to be a chip to me, but I do think it's something with the molding. But I loved that somebody, I think she has her little pincushion base, and This is very like stiff filled. So it feels kind of like straw filled to me. There could be maybe some sand, some other materials in here, but it's very stiff as far as the stuffing goes. Yeah, it might be a glaze slip, KP. That's kind of what it feels like to me, because the rest of her is pretty high. Rest of her is pretty high glaze. But somebody, I think, crocheted this a little bit later onto her, because like the top of her is definitely from the 20s. And I think that the crocheted skirt was added a little bit. She did come with this fun, and this is like black velvet little tab style pin. She did come with this one. She came with this black pin here in the back, and then this little pearly one. I added the orange one in, and then I also added in this really cool black and white sequined pin. It's, I don't know, I got it with some other hat pins. So it's just like a shorter pin. It could be a corsage pin. It could be really whatever, but it just said that it wanted to live with her, and I listened. So, and I love that she's got blue eyes. I love how she is painted with her little orange curly Q hair poking out. I really like that. But there's no repairs to her at all. And then there is some banding stitched here to kind of keep the pincushion in place. Otherwise, I think she's just lovely. When I see these, they're not that fancy. I really liked her, and the fact that she was orange and black. I had to bring her tonight. She is 6 inches tall and about 4 inches kind of at the widest point. Okay. So, and the top of her is made in Germany. All right, Melanie, I see you in there at 30. Thank you so much. Jenny just popped in there with 31. So we're looking for 32 or more. And I'm going to do the countdown now. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. You Wisconsinites, are you having bad weather again tonight? That means we're going to have bad weather tomorrow or something, or maybe overnight tonight. Jenny, I see her just in case. And Melanie, I see her just in case as well. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you all so much. So with the just in case, Melanie is going to be my winner at 44. Congratulations, Mel. She's lovely. Thank you so much. All right. Let's see. Melanie. I love her. Okay. Let's do, I have a choice round. All right. Let's do a choice, and this is going to be at 16 for choice. And these are not quite the same thing at all. Kind of. They go together. I think that's why I paired them together. But totally different subject matters. So the first one, and these are both framed, both little framed things. The first one here is the silhouetted, these are usually called nymphs, silhouette nymphs. And there is a whole series of these. So it does have kind of a gold foiled backer on there, and then the black printing. I do believe this is the original frame. It has been professionally matted on the back. And I'm not sure about this. This probably was added later, the little picture wear, but that just makes it easy for hanging. So KP, I see your 16, and Judy, I see your 18. Thank you so much. And the frame does have glass in here. So good shape. I would say good shape overall for the frame and everything about it. Measurement for this is 6.5 by 4 3/4. Renee, I see your 20, and KP, I see your 21. Thank you so much. That's about the size we're looking for that. And the second choice, Dixie, I see your 23. Thank you so much. I had to pick this up. I did not do this. Somebody else did this, but I appreciate that they saved whatever book this came out of. So kind of a Goldie tone frame. It does have the easel. It does have an easel back here on the back. But it's a little poem that says fairy shoes. The little shoes that fairies wear are very small indeed, no larger than a violet bud, as tiny as a seed. The little shoes that fairies wear are very trim and neat. They leave no tracks behind for those who search along the street. The little shoes of fairies are so light and soft and small that though a million passed you by, you would not hear at all. And that the graphics at the bottom is what got me. The fairies playing in the spider web. I loved it. And it's also orange and black at the bottom. So this was great. I had to get this. I just loved it. Hey, Bug. Good to see you. Glowy, I see you're 24. Thank you so much. This one, the fairy shoes, measures 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. Okay. So there they are together. Now you see why I brought them together. I couldn't decide. I liked them both. Okay, let's do a countdown. So right now we're at 24, looking for 25 on choice. Joanne, I see you at 25. Thank you so much. So anybody, Jeanette Nance. Hey, Jeanette, good to see you. Thanks for popping in and saying hi. It's been a really long time that I've seen you too. It's been a really long time. Okay. Dixie's back in there at 26, so we're looking for 27 on choice. I'm going to do a countdown. All right, so now would be the time to put in just in cases if you'd like. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. All right, Renee, I see her just in case. Glowy, I see it just in case from you. There's Karen's bid end. Okay, looks like Renee is going to get first pick at 38. 38. Renee, let me know. We can do black or gold. Black or gold. We'll just make it easy. I won't make you spell out nymph. We don't need complicated spelling. Black or gold. And then Glowy, you get a second pick, and then it will go to Dixie after that, if Glowy passes. Both, even easier to spell. You got it. Thank you, Renee. Thank you so much. They do look pretty good together. I can't contest that. Okay, let me write that down. Let's see. And thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it so much. All right. What do we want to do next? Let's do some owls. I haven't done these yet. So let's do some ceramics because I haven't done any ceramics yet. So these are going to have a 36 start. A 36 start on them. Typically these are much higher. I haven't found any of these in a very long time. These are Norcrest, made by Norcrest owls. I love these guys. Some of my favorite owl figurines out there are these guys. And they look really good with Joseph Originals owls because they kind of did them similarly as far as how they did their faces, with a kind of little white flower or a big white area around their eyes. Very similar to Joseph Originals, but these are made by Norcrest. And they don't have a foil sticker. There would have been like a little foil sticker on the bottom somewhere. That is long gone. But there's a whole series of these. So there's salt and pepper shakers. And there's also like standalone owl figurines. There's also some little miniatures. There's chain families. There's a planter. So there's all sorts of ones out there that would match these guys. Norcrest did this kind of branch style with lots of different kinds of birds as well, not just owls, but there's bluebirds and then some other colored birds, yellow ones, and red ones as well, besides the cute little owls. But I love these guys for fall. They're just so cute. There is a little glaze slip. This is not a chip. That is a glaze slip right in there for that little white spot. But there's no other flea bites or anything on these guys, which is pretty amazing for these. Hey, flippin' cute. Good to see you. Pretty amazing because there's a lot of surfaces for some little flea bites to happen. But I really like how these are molded. There's a lot of detail in them. All the little feathers back there and their little tail feathers back behind their back, and all the branch, all the little branches, the bark and everything, and then the little acorns. I just love these. These also look really cute with squirrels. Really cute. So there they are. That's about the size. There is a bigger one. There's a bigger kind of branch thing than this as well. And measurement for them. They are 6.5 by 3.5. 6.5 by 3.5. So very cute. So very cute. Hooty hoo. Hooty hoo. And there's no cold paint on these. They are all fired on glaze. So you don't have to worry about any paint loss for those. But that is, glaze did not take there, or there was a bubble trapped when it got fired. That's what that is on the side of the face. I'm not seeing any interest in those. I don't know if I'm moving too quickly, but I'll bring those back. I almost expect them to start singing. What would they be singing about? I'm very curious, KP. What would they be singing about? All right, I will bring those guys back. No worries on those. Okay. Let's see. All right. I'm going to do another Halloween postcard. So we'll do that next. And it's going to have a, yeah, Norcrest did do some pretty good birds. They did. PY did some good birds too. There's several companies that did some pretty good birds, I would say. All right. Oh, like from old cartoons. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yes. Okay. My other Halloween postcard for tonight. This one, I've never had any from this series. Never had any from this series before. And it's definitely more cutesy. It's more cutesy than it is spooky, I think, but I absolutely loved this one the second I saw it. But there is a whole series that has kind of the square outline, and then there's different subject matter and little bonus things on them for this whole entire series. This one is a Bergman Publications postcard, and it is illustrated by Evan H. And it's kind of right in there, Evan H. right in there along the side of the owl. And Little Witchy is very cute. I really love her. She kind of looks, I don't know, she kind of looks like in the face, not the blonde hair, but she kind of looks in the face like Betty Boop a little bit to me, or kind of like a Campbell Soup Kid a little bit to me in there. But I really like the pumpkin. It says Halloween wishes. When you test your fortune on Halloween, may this candle throw a pleasant light on the subject. This one is also not used. So no postmark on the back at all, but it does have some very fancy division lines and things on here on the back. It's also embossed. I didn't mention that it is embossed on the back, but I've never had any from this series before. And even the edging is embossed. That goes all the way around. And I love the little owls kind of hanging out down here at the bottom. So cute. And as far as condition goes for bending, kind of similar to the other one, just maybe a tiny little bend. I'm really nitpicky about postcards. A little tiny bend up here at the corner. I'm not sure what that little spot is right there at the top. I don't know if that's a little extra piece of ink or something like that. But otherwise, it is good condition on the postcard. Just stinking adorable. I love the light blue in this too, which is different. It's very different for this one. And I'll bring that back. We'll keep it moving unless my lag is just totally horrible. I'll bring that back. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to do my coffee can. I'll do that next. And that's going to start at 30. I love these. I had a red one. I don't know how many months ago. I had a red one like this, but this one is kind of a burnt orange. It is like fall. It screams fall to me because of the gold that's in here with the dark orange. This is a 1930s coffee can, and it is made by Tin Deco. It's stamped. It's a little hard to see, but it says Tin Deco on the bottom of the tin. Also, similar wear to the mint tin here on the bottom. Just some surface scratching, and the lid also has a little bit of wear to it. I love that kind of scroll leaf. Oh, so pretty. It's so pretty. The last one of these orange ones I actually saw in person was very rusted out. It was not in good shape. There is some surface scratching to some of the graphics here, but I would say like overall, it's pretty nice. Overall, it's pretty nice. It is very nouveau. Yes, it is. I just love, I don't know. I don't know if they're supposed to be leaves or they're supposed to be feathers. I'm here for it, whatever it is. It is, it was, Karen. Yes, you're right. I did. This was in the last video. You are 100% correct on that. So there's just a few surface scratching areas to it. But overall, I think it's really nice. So just, it says coffee just on the one side, but you can totally turn that and just have, you know, the pretty leaves on there instead. And I actually didn't open this. I don't think I opened the last one either. Or maybe I couldn't get the lid off. Nope, I can. I just got to work at it. I'm always nervous if there's stuff in here that I don't know what's in here. I really should open these. Oh, it's nice and clean. Nice and clean. Very minimal wear. It doesn't really smell like anything. It just smells like a tin. There's the inside of the lid. Well, darn. Well, at least the snake didn't pop out or something. I can shake it and know that there's nothing in there, but you just never know. Never know. Wings. I see you're 30. Thank you so much. Hey, Wings. Good to see you. Measurement for the coffee tin. It is 8 1/4 by 6. 8 1/4 by 6. So 8 1/4 tall, 6 in diameter. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you know, if there was cash in there, I'm pretty sure that I could hear it rattling around in there if there was anything in there. But you never know. You never know. You gotta. I guess I gotta open things just in case there's $1,000 cash in something, right? Okay. Dusty Moose. I see you're 32, so we're looking for 33 or more. Karen, you think I learned that by now, right? That has burned me in the past. Inhaling Santa fibers was never a good thing. So you think I'd learned that by now. But I want to disclose if there's any kind of weird smell in there. And there wasn't. So I had to smell it. Okay. Dusty's in at 32, so we're looking for 33 or more. I'm going to do a countdown, and you guys can use it just in case if you'd like. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Quality control. That's exactly right. Yes. All right, Wings. I see you're just in case. And there is Karen's bid end. Thank you, Karen, for the bid end. All right, Wings. It is coming to you for 33. Thank you so much. All right. Wings. All right. I don't know if we have any glass people here tonight, but I do have a swung vase. I didn't take it with me today because I did preview it for the sale tonight. So I don't know. You know, when I come across a swung vase, I'm excited to bring it because I don't get to do that very often. So this is going to start at 29, okay, for my next round here. And it is a Viking. And this is usually, yeah, perfect color for right now. So starting at 29, this is a Viking 6-petal amber glass. And it's just a baby. I like this. It's 13 inches tall. I didn't measure the mouth on this thing. There's no kind of striations, captured bubbles, chips, not any kind of really any kind of issues with this at all. If you are out and about and you find a base like this, how you can tell Viking apart from Ellie Smith. This is why it's called the 6-petal, because of the base of this. So there's 6 little petals here. The Ellie Smith is going to have 5 on the base usually for there. But let's look at the Nikki Moss. I say glass and Nikki Moss just magically appears. Hey, Nikki, good to see you. The mouth, I will measure that for you. Some people like to know that. It is 4 inches. 4 inches. It's definitely singing. Hello. It's singing, but it is nice. I like these little ones. They are my favorite. The little ones. I can appreciate a big floor vase. Okay, I can. But I like the little ones. I don't know, something about the little squatty swung vases make me happy. Okay. Nikki Moss is in there at 29. Thank you so much. We're looking for 30 or more. I am going to do a countdown. Nikki, you can put in a just in case. Liquid honey. That's a good way to describe it. You can use it just in case if you would like. I didn't know you collected amber too, Nikki. I thought you just did green. Well, I learned something tonight. Okay, let's do a countdown. We're looking for 30 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. All right. And after this round, let's see. I see you just in case, Nikki. Thank you so much. There's the bid end. All right, Nikki Moss, coming to you, lady. Thank you so much. All right. All right. All right. This is going to be a pair of items for the next round. And it is going to start at 20 for the pair. 20 for the pair. And it is both hair accessories. I don't know if I've ever brought hair accessories. I can't remember, but I don't think so. So I'll show them to you both, and then I'll show you individually what they are. These are going to be, that is going to be a little difficult to hold, but we'll roll with it. Okay. Here is what's coming together as a pair. So totally different materials, but I don't know. I just thought they needed to come together. So that's why they're coming as a pair. So first off, for the hair comb, I believe to be celluloid. And it does have rhinestones in there. There is one missing right there, although that is pretty easy to fix. And it has kind of some white spotting in between the rhinestones, which I like. And it's kind of that faux tortoise shell. You can see it kind of has like stripes in it. And you can see through it. I know you're not going to be able to really see through it here on camera. But there it is. But there's no broken teeth or anything with it. And it is a decent size. It's a decent size one. It's 5x3 on that. And then the other one is Bakelite. So this is just a little barrette, and it is butterscotch Bakelite. And it's in the shape of a little bow, which is really cute. So it's kind of the pinch here. So you kind of pinch it's hard to do with nails. You kind of pinch the two together, and that is what you would stick in your hair and then shove it back in there, kind of a C-clasp situation here on the end. The clasp is good condition. So that is butterscotch. I have a couple bangle bracelets in butterscotch that I wear ever so often, but I've never come across a little hair clip before. This is about 2.5 inches, 2.5 inches for the Bakelite. So I don't know, 2 little hair things. I thought they would be very cute on a dresser or a vanity or something like that. I wish I had something to like stand them up in. I don't know, do I have a flower frog up here, do I? Not a big one. I have a little one, but I don't think that will work. Because it's not, well, kind of. You need a bigger one. You need a bigger one because it's a little top heavy. This would probably tip over. But yeah, you could definitely display that in a flower frog. That would actually look really cool with a photograph or something like that. Or you like, oh yeah, I like the big chunky bangle bracelets. I don't have any of the big ones. Yeah, well, I do have a jewelry. I do happen to do have a jewelry casket tonight. Yeah, if you lean it in there, it does stand up pretty good. You got to get it right at the right angle for it to, probably a level surface would also be helpful. I'll bring those pair back. And since we have the jewelry casket out here, I might as well do that. Next, the jewelry casket is going to start at 18 for that. Jewelry casket at 18. There it is. Okay. So kind of a goldy tone on this one. It's a little bit smaller, I think, than the last one that I had that still had some lining in it. So it is kind of goldy tone instead of the silver tone. But nice, pretty flowers on here. I think these are peonies, although I could be wrong. I never know what kind of flowers these are supposed to be. They could be anything. This one doesn't have any stamping on the bottom except for a number. So probably some sort of mold number here on the bottom. Sometimes there's like hatchwork and stuff, or sometimes there's a company or a patent or something on the bottom. Nothing there on the back. The hinge here is good shape. And it does have some of the silk lining still in there. The lid is really nice. Still has a lot of good on that one. There is a little wear to the base, however, for the silk lining, but a lot of the cotton padding is still down in there. It is pretty easy to replace the silk lining if you wanted to do that. You just got to find some silk that matches. And I wouldn't want to rip the original out of there. I just really wouldn't want to do that. But I'm always happy to see some of the lining in there because it's very delicate as far as the jewelry caskets go. This one measures 4 by 2.5. 4 by 2.5 on that. Well, I'm not going to break them apart, Renee. I want to make some more of those ornaments, but I'm not going to break a good one. It's already got to be broken or something that is not repairable, because I have fixed the lids on these before as well. But I wasn't going to rip the lid off just to make a Christmas ornament. I said that when I sold the first one, that I will only pick them up if they're broken. So KP, I see you're 18. Thank you so much. Let's do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pit end. You forbade yourself, Dusty. One can never have too many jewelry caskets. If I had room to collect jewelry caskets, I probably would, because I love them. Any size of them. All right, there is a bit end from Karen. All right, KP, coming to you. Thank you so much. All right. Yes, now I can definitely rescue the broken ones, because typically I would leave them behind, but now I have a use for them, so I will rescue the caskets. Okay. This is probably my favorite thing in the sale, I would say. Probably my favorite thing. All right, it's going to start at 28. I think that's a fair price for this. It's going to start at 28. This is amazing. This is a, I'm going to hold it up on a piece of cardboard just to keep it flat. But when I ship this, I will put it on cardstock and in a cello bag to protect it. But this is so good. Okay, so it is a Halloween hosiery magazine advertisement. And look at her. I don't know if you guys saw my preview. All right, I try to do really close-up shots of this. How spectacular is this illustration? So it says, when Halloween opens the party season, and then we have her sitting in her party dress and her witch hat. But this got me with the paper mache pumpkin bucket. How stinking cool is that? I did not know that these even existed. I didn't. And there's a box that has the same graphic on it. There is a box, a hosiery box somewhere that has that same graphic on it. I would love to find that. Joanna, I see you at 29. Thank you so much. Renee, I see you're 32. You'll need new stockings in the new colors for fall. Halloween begins a new season. Party frocks, masquerade costumes, fall fashions. These timely considerations in the feminine world to take stock of closets and bureau drawers and then go shopping. I love that pumpkin bucket. You can buy ahead for a whole season at the Ipswich hosiery counter and stay well within the limits of the thrifty budget. The new Ipswich styles for fall in silky, rayon, and sportwear worsteds are run-stopped at the Garter line and wash fast in every shade of color. Many of the stores where you will see the Ipswich hosiery shop sign have planned an Ipswich sale especially for October. You also get some little bonus pumpkin graphics and a little masquerade mask here at the bottom. So it is out of a magazine page. I'm not quite sure what magazine it is from because usually they're down here at the bottom. It's very thick paper. I want to say it's Good Housekeeping because I have had some Good Housekeeping magazines before, and their paper tends to be a lot thicker stock than some other magazines, but it has this cool advertising for a radio here on the back. So because it doesn't have any magazine printed on here, I'm putting the date range on this between 1925 and 1927. That is what I'm dating it. It could be a little older than that as well, but I would say it's definitely in that time frame, 25 to 27 in there. Measurement for it is, well, shoot, I measured it, but I didn't write it down. Let me get caught up on the chat and I will do that. Wings and Joanne, I see you're 35. Thank you so much. All right, let me measure this for you. And because there's a little bit of a border, not so much on the radio side, but there is a little bit more border to play with on this side. So if you needed to trim it down, there is a little bit of room to play there. So as it measures right now, it's 8 3/4. 8 3/4 by 11 1/4. So you probably had a little bit of room to put it in an 8 by 11 frame. So that's like typically a document frame, I believe, would fit in there. So, and she's just amazing. I love this. This is the kind of Halloween stuff I love. I absolutely love this. All right, let's do a countdown. So we are currently at 35. So we're looking for 36 or more. And countdown's going to start now. You can use it just in case if you have a bit in there. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Joanne, I see you're just in case. Renee, I see you're just in case. It is a good size, Leslie. It is. Wings, I also see you're just in case. There is the bid end from Karen. Thank you so much. Oh, Renee, your 47 came in after the bid end. But Wings is going to be my winner over Joanne for 47. Thank you so much. Thank you. I just absolutely love this. Okay. Now, I will tell you, the same person I got this from, I got another one. Actually, I got a couple more. They're not hosiery. They're not hosiery ones, but they're equally as cool. They're equally as cool as the hosiery one. So I will try and bring another one to another sale. So don't feel like you totally missed out on that. And actually, where I got that, she had more. So I'm hoping when I see her again, I can get another one similar. But that was the only one she had with the pumpkin bucket. But there's other variations of it. But hopefully I can get some more from her because I think I love that. I need to get one for myself too because I would frame that and keep it up year round. I think it's that good. Okay. Let's see. Ephemera. Let's do this. This is not ephemera. I'll do this next. This is, I've never seen. You guys know I look at the Joseph Originals flocked critters often, a lot. I craft with them as well. I've never seen this. I've never seen this before. And it is flock ceramic for the top. And it is Little Miss Owl. Little Miss Owl School. I don't know. She's got like her little, she won a prize or she won first place for Miss School. I don't know. I've never seen this before. It was so very cute. I had to get it. And it does have the Joseph Originals little sticker here on the bottom. And there's no chipping or repairs. So it is the top of the owl. So it's one solid piece, but the top of the owl is the flocked ceramic. And then the base is just the painted ceramic part. And then it has like kind of this shag carpet is the best description I can give you. Shag carpet. You guys all know what that is. Shag carpet kind of for the little grass that she's sitting in. So stinking cute. And then this is paper for her little backer. And then this is an applied little sticker that says Miss School. Oh, Leslie says Ipswich Hosiery was in business. Oh, so they were only through 1928. I didn't think that they were around probably pretty long. I didn't think so. So there he is. He doesn't have, or she doesn't have any little chipping or anything. And the flocking is good shape. There's not any kind of bald spots on the flocking. She's Little Miss Owl School. Hooty hoo. I don't know anything about the series. I've never seen these before. There's Christmas ones, there's other holiday ones, but I've never seen this one. And I don't know what are the other ones in this series that look like it. I know there's more. There's got to be more. There's got to be a Mr. School, don't you think? I have no idea. So owl friends. Joseph Owl. Where are you, Joseph Owl? I measured you. How tall are you? 3 inches. About 3 inches tall. Green shag carpet. Yes, we all know what that is. Green shag carpet. So yeah, and it even has a tiny little. If you pull the shag carpet down, there's little tiny straw flowers that are poking out of there in orange, red, and yellow. Hooty hoo! I miss Owl School. Hooty hoo! Yeah, a lot of people had shag carpet. I remember shag carpet. A lot of people went away from it. It's hard to vacuum. I know that. All right, I am going to, I'll bring Miss Owl School back. I'll bring her back. All right. Let's see. This is going to start at 16. And I know I can't, also with jewelry caskets, I can't help but pick them up. I also can't help but pick these up. I can't, especially if they're full. And this one is full, totally full signature book. And it is kind of a brown cover. And it says Forget Me Not in the embossing. So it's kind of, it's probably just muted, but it probably was brighter silver at one point in its life. Okay. And it does have some decorative elements on the binding. little bit of wear. Not too bad. And the oldest date I can find in here is October 15th, 1879. And it is full. It has some writing in the front cover here. And it has the autograph page. Renee and Lisa, I see you both. Thank you so much. So I can't read a lot in here. The penmanship is amazing in here, but I can't read a lot of it. And I think that the original person who started the book, I think this first inscription is theirs. Look at this handwriting. Look how, and it's tiny. It's so tiny. And throughout the book is German scrap. And I love when there's pieces of that in here, not just calling cards, but little pieces of ephemera throughout the entire book. This page does not have a date on it at all. Okay. There's a couple more. There's a couple more in here. The next page, I cannot make out what that says. And there's also no date on that page. This was the next one has the date, the first date that I could read, or the oldest date that I could read in here. October 15th, 1879. And this is from Eckford, Pennsylvania. Wings, I see, are 18. Thank you so much. So like I said, and there's some other towns in Pennsylvania that are mentioned. Here's some more scrap that is in here. You can see on this page with the rose, there's metal right here. It's actually a pin. So it's a straight pin. So I want to make you aware of that. That it is a straight pin, and it is pinned an obituary in here. So there's the point of the pin. So that is in there in the book. So just be mindful of that when you're flipping through there. It's toward the front of the page. I could not figure out based on this name, because names are not mentioned a whole lot in here, except for who's ever signing the book signs their name typically. But a lot of these are made out to like friend or sister or classmate, that sort of thing. So I don't know whose obituary that is. I could not figure that out. So I will not show everything that is in here but for the most part, most of the signatures in here are from some sort of town in Pennsylvania. And there are, so there's scrap throughout the entire book, different capacities. That hand looks like it came off of a calling card. I was going to try and flip through. I did not count how many pages were in here. Some have singular, some are double that are in here. Hello, oh my vintage, welcome in. I am good. How are you? I like this one with the little flowers. Compliments of Marjorie Baker, Hidetown, Pennsylvania. That's what that looks like to me. I love the penmanship. I just love to see that in here. Some more scrap. I will skip through. I was trying to show you some of the highlights in here. This one's got really cool. In fond remembrance there with the always love when a pansy is involved. There's a little girl scrap head in there. Really good. Karen, I know you didn't mean to do that. I know you didn't mean to type in bid end. Look at this. Look at that. It's like the size of a postage stamp. It's a tiny little photograph of a very dapper gentleman in there. I can't read the name on that one, but I think I love these. I don't know what it is about these. They're just fascinating. And they're pieces, they're like a time capsule. That's what they are. Just to like sit here and read what people wrote to each other and the time that they took to really think about what they were writing to somebody that not a lot of people do anymore. I just love that. May your future be bright and your past a pleasant memory. And we'll leave it at that. So here's the back. Here's the very back cover. Okay, so it is totally full. Totally full. All right, let's do a countdown. Minx is in at 23. Hey, Jennifer. Let's do a countdown. So we're looking for 24 or more. not 30, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Oh, now we're rolling at a 10-second lag, you guys. 10 seconds. So try and refresh, you guys. We're not trying to do 30-second countdowns. No, sorry, that was an oopsie. That's the preloaded one that StreamYard has. I refuse to do a 30-second countdown. All right, Renee, I see you're just in case. Wings, I see you're just in case. Purdy and Karen, thank you for the bid end. I appreciate it. Wings is going to be my winner over Renee. So Wings at 38. Thank you so much. I love these. I can never get enough of these because they're all different. None of them are ever going to be the same. Okay. I'm trying to look and see what I have left. I do have a lot of ephemera tonight. I apologize. It's just how it happened. Okay. I'm going to do, I have a magazine, so I'm going to do that next. This is from 1965. So not quite in the era that we have been in, but 1965. Nonetheless, this is a children's magazine, not an adult magazine. The Golden Magazine for boys and girls. I love these just as much as I love stuff from the 20s and 30s. I love these just as much. This has got a very cool cover. Look at the illustration on here. We've got the witch, and it looks like Jimmy here is reading a monster magazine. I love that. But 1965, okay? And this is got cool graphics throughout as we go. So I'm not going to show everything that's in here, but, you get little bonus things as we go. Look at that leaf that has a masquerade mask. So cute little fall graphics on the cover or the contents page here. There is a little witch story. So this is usually full. These magazines, the Golden magazines, are usually full of stories and poems and usually puzzles and activities that you can do. Let me skip. Okay, so here's a cute little. This is a cute little witchy little story here with cute little illustrations. This would be a cute little thing to cut out and frame if you didn't want to cut this part out. Dixie, I see you're 16. Thank you so much. If you don't want to cut that part out, you could, scan it and not have to cut out the original. Look at the little frog. He's so cute. So that's darling. And then there's a bonus, a little advertising for the Christmas edition that will be coming in the mail. There it is for 1965, the Christmas annual. So a little bonus in there for that. Here's a little make your calendar. This is also really cute. I love all the stuff in here. The owl head and the black cat. Trick or treat. Halloween with the jack-o'-lantern. There's a whole story in here, Karen, about Canada. There's a whole story about Canada in here. Wait. I shipped to you. I should know this, right? Is it Quebec? No. Is it Quebec? Are you guys in Quebec? God, I'm terrible. I should know this, and I don't. So here's more Canada stuff on the inside of this. Wow, there's a whole lot of spread. There's a whole story about woodpeckers in here, and there's Woody. Don't ask me to laugh like Woody Woodpecker. I can't do it. I've never been able to imitate him. So there's all sorts of knowledge about woodpeckers and how to draw an owl. Hooty hoo. An owl, that's who. There he is. How to draw him. I like that. There's like a story about pilgrims. Sports, how you can kick a football. If you want to, hey, if you really want to learn how to kick a football, all the instructions are in here. There's like a whole little like story about a zoo. in here. Looks like first lessons in Spanish. Oh, learn Spanish clothing. Oh, I skipped a section. I know I did. There's a story about Los Angeles in here. Oh, looks like there is something about Zorro in here as well. I did not know that was in here. Orange Freckles. There's another little Halloween story. Orange Freckles. And I will count this down. There's always a thing at the back where kids could write in. They could write letters or poetry or send in drawings and stuff that they did, artwork. That's always in the back. And then in the back here, there is a calendar for October here with Sleepy Hollow as the cover. And there are 4 check marks in green crayon on the October. That's really the only kind of writing or anything in the entire thing. Okay. So that is the book. And I didn't show everything in here. I skipped around. But Dixie, I see you're 16. So let's count it down. We're looking for 17 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. Thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight. All right, there is a bid end from Karen. All right, Dixie, it is yours. Thank you so much. Dixie. All right. Let's see. We've got that. We've got that. And I think I have 3. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I think I have 3 rounds left. But I'm going to do a quick claim round because I said I was going to do that. So I'm going to do that next. Okay. So quick claim round. So this is not a bidding round. All right. So I'm going to show you what it is. And then I will tell you the price. And then I will tell you what to type in the chat. So I'm going to type that in real quick. Okay. So yes, refresh before we do quick claims. Always good to do that. Okay. So I have 4. I only have 4 of these. I have 4 of these left. These are new old stock. I'm going to show the back. Although technically this is the back. Okay, so here's the back. Who remembers Kitty Cucumber from the 90s? I do. I love Kitty Cucumber. So Kitty Cucumber is dressed up as a witch, carving the pumpkin. These are little new old stock treat bags that are still sealed in their packages. And they are 1996 Shackman. Shackman. They did a lot of paper products. Hey, John. Good to see you. So 1996 Shackman. So here's the front of the packaging. So completely sealed in there. So they have a little flap that you can fold over. So here's the opening. And then they have a little flap that you can fold over. I had opened a package of these. I don't know what I did with those because I was like, oh, well, I want to show what one looks like, but I couldn't find them. So there's 10 total treat bags in here. Okay, there's 10 in there. Perfect. Look how they spelled that. For candy, cookies, etc. So they're paper. And they're not wax paper. I remember that they're just like a thinner style paper. Basically like any other Halloween treat bag. That's the kind of paper that they are. Okay. And the measurement for the bags, before I tell you, they are 4 by 5.5. Okay. So there's 10 in there. All right. So I have 4. I only have 4. Okay. And they're all exactly the same. Okay. These are going to be $5. $5. Quick claim. $5. And the letter to type in to claim for $5, if you would like one or multiples, Just let me know when you type in your letter if you want 1, 2, 3, or 4. Okay, just let me know that. Okay, so the letter to type in for $5 each for the kitty cucumber treat bags is the letter P. The letter P for pumpkin. Letter P for pumpkin. And I have only 4. Letter P for pumpkin. Renee, I see your P. Jenny, I don't see your P, but I see your letter P. Let's rephrase that. I see Renee, Jenny, Dixie, and Vintage Rose. Okay. And then I see Minx. Okay, so first I see on my end is Renee. So Renee, let me know how many you want. And then Jenny. And then Dixie. And then Vintage Rose only wants 1. Okay. Renee just wants 1. Okay, you got it. Jenny just wants 1. Okay. You got it. Dixie. Dixie, do you want 1 or 2? I have 2 left. Okay, Dixie wants 1. Okay. And then Vintage Rose. That was everybody. Okay. Yay. Thank you. And sorry for those of you that came in after. I wish I had some more. That's all I got. Okay. Vintage Rose wants 1. Okay. That was my quick claim. Thank you. All right. And that means we have 1, 2. 1, 2. Okay. I have some owl shakers. I'll do those next, and I'll save my last ephemera thing for the last round. I had so many ephemera things. Okay. So next round is going to start at 22. These are a little difficult to find for these shakers. Yeah, so it's totally up to you if you want to open those up and use them. You can. I can condone you opening them if you would like to. Free them from their package. I gotta go find more. I don't even remember where I found those. Thanks. I don't know where I found those. Okay, so here are the shakers. They are a little bit, they're not quite kitschy owls. They're a little bit more on the spooky side of owls. I don't know. I like owls for Halloween time, but I like them for fall as well. But these are souvenir pieces. You can see that they have little stickers on here. Souvenir of Inglewood, Colorado. These are really nice condition. Very, very nice shape on them. There's no chipping or anything on either one of them. And they are cork bottom and just stamped Japan. I have never been able to identify a maker for these. I do not know who made these. I've never been able to figure that out. I have come across a couple pair of these over the years, but I've never been able to identify a maker for them. So one has a black base that he's sitting on with his little feet. And there's the back. Okay. And the other one has, they kind of look like, yeah, you're right. You're right, Kim. And one has a red base, just so that you can tell the difference between your salt and pepper. The red one has 4 holes, and the black base one has 3 holes. Right? The salt is the less holes. You guys have told me this so many times, I can never remember. I like more salt than pepper, so I would want more holes in my salt shaker than my pepper, but I guess it's, personal preference, whatever you want. So there they are. The spooky owls, they are 5 1/4 inches tall. So no chipping, but there is some crazing. I don't know if I'm ever going to get that to capture. Oh, it's doing a pretty good job, actually. Well, on my end it is. So there is crazing in the glaze. I would put these really early 50s, maybe late 40s on these, based on how the bottoms are done. Okay, so let's see. Caroline, hey Caroline, is in at 22. Thank you so much. So let's do a countdown. We're looking for 23 or more. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hooty hoo. Bid end. Love them. And Caroline, I see you just in case. And there's the bid end. All right, Caroline, they're coming to you. Thank you so much. Okay. And then last round, and then I have a few things to recap. I'll do that. And then we'll say goodnight. Okay. All right, last round. Need to find my notes on this one. Okay. This is going to start at $12. Okay. Another magazine. This one is nope, I have one more round. I'm sorry. I have one more round after the magazine. I forgot one thing. Okay, so I'll do the magazine and then I'll do that for the last one. Okay, so here it is. So this is Antique Magazine, 1910 on it. So St. Nicholas magazine. I think I've had one of these before. I can't remember what was on the cover of it. But I got this one because there's a Palmer Cox Brownies story in here. So here is some information. So to say copyright 1910 down at the bottom. I love the cover as well. So the pixie here is painting the colors on the leaves for fall with the paint palette. I love that. That is really cool. And look at his antenna coming out of his suit. I think that is great. So Lisa, I see you 13. Thank you so much. And it does have a cool Columbia advertising graphophone here on the back cover advertising. So there's a little wear to the front cover in the corner. The advertising here in the front, though, it's real good. So first on the inside cover, we've got Swiss premium sliced bacon that comes in a can. Yum, yum. And then we've got Fairy soap. I'm here for that. I love Fairy soap advertising. So have you a little fairy in your home? So Fairy soap. So that's cool. Historical buff. Hello. I see you're 14 and KP in there at 15. I'm not going to show everything in this magazine. My goodness. I know I've already spent a lot of time on magazine things in here. So I will try. There is a little stain right there. I will try and skip. Usually I try and mark these in here. So the Palmer Cox Brownies, it's just like a little story that's in here. It's not like a full page anything. Vintage Rose, I see you're 17. I'm going to try and skip in here. So like here's one of the stories that's in here. St. Nicholas, I don't know if that's about Santa Claus. I didn't read it. I don't know if it's about another St. Nicholas. It definitely could be. I'm trying to get to, there's a little thing about Thanksgiving, a little story about Thanksgiving in 1810 in here. KP, I see you're 18. Thank you so much. I really picked it up for the cover graphic and the little brownies thing that's in here. I'll trying to get to it. But there's a lot of reading in this magazine. Here's a cute little poetry thing with mice. Look at that, sitting at the table. That is adorable. In the meantime, little poetry in there. Come on, brownies, where you at? There's a whole football thing in here. The little dog. Oh, there's a story here in the center. The little dog next door. Look at him. I did not fully look through this. the whole thing. I did not look through the whole thing. Where is this? There is another kind of fantasy story thing that's in here. The Peevish Pavaroo. I have seen this somewhere else. I don't know where I have seen this before. Maybe it's in a book. Maybe it was published in a children's book, but I have seen that before. Olaf and the Lemmings. That's another story in here. Where is the brownies? Goodness sakes. The deer that did not forget. Here it is. Okay. Gosh dang. Okay. So here we go. The brownies and the nursery. So good old Palmer Cox illustration. So there is quite the story in this one. I also didn't read this. But this would have been a story that would have been published in one of the Palmer Cox books as well. It continues. So it is a few pages long with all the Palmer Cox brownies. Yeah, about page, I guess I could have looked in the glossary. Page 60. The donkey and the dog. So 4 pages on that. And then there's more. There's more like stories and poetry and that sort of thing. In here, Vintage Rose, I see her 20. Can we see her Anna Lee Black Cat sometimes? You guys want me to run the Anna Lee Black Cat? I can. Just let me know. Just say yes. Say yes, and I will do it. I'll grab it, and then we can do it if you guys want it. We'll do it tonight. There's a whole little. There's a November with turkeys. November with turkeys. Yeah, brownies. I don't know. They're mischievous. That's what they are. Well, hello, Parmesan. Thanks for joining. You're late to the party. What is this? Peter's Milk Chocolate advertising. Look at that. That's unusual. Isn't that unusual for 1910? KP, I see you're 21. Okay, I see 4 yeses for the cat. Okay. Well, I will grab it. And then the back of the magazine is chock full of advertising. Jello. Got to have some Jello in there. Yeah. So there's a lot of advertising in the back. Fun stuff to look at. And I'll end with this. There we go. Libby's Plum Pudding. Mm-mm. Okay. All right, let's do a countdown on this. My goodness. I'm sorry, you guys. I will try not to bring as much ephemera, unless you guys want me to, but like I feel like it takes forever. But I like to show the stuff that's in there. All right. Vintage Rose, I see you're 21. Thank you so much. KP was also at 21. What are you doing? Let's do a countdown. We're looking for 22 or more. I say KP just popped in with a 23. So we're looking for 24 or more, just in cases if you would like 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bid end. I don't like all Annalise. I don't mind the animals so much, and some of the pixies I'm okay with, but some of the people ones, I like Santa and Mrs. Claus and the reindeer and all that stuff. But some of the like people ones, and then there's some like really fancy artsy ones that I don't really, those aren't really my jam. I'm not really. All right, there is the bit. I don't hate them. Like Mark hates them, but they're just not my jam. Okay, bid end. Thank you so much, Karen, for that. So right before the bid end, KP, it's coming to you. Thank you so much. All right, KP. All right, let me go grab that cat. I'll be right back. All right. Get the cat. Now, because I'm just grabbing this in the moment, I did not lint roll this. All right. It has some fuzzies on it. Okay. I don't like to bring stuff with fuzzies because, especially black fuzzies, because they show up crazy on camera. But here's the cat. Meow meow. And it's a bigger one. All right. It is a bigger one. And let's see. All right. I'm going to start this at 20 bucks. All right, here we go. Okay. Okay, here we go. So it is a larger one. All right. And there is armature in the tail. So like you can, you know, bend the tail, just be gentle, you know, with the armature. We always talk about that. Don't be too aggressive with it. But you can shape the tail however that you would like on it. There's also armature in the legs, all 4 legs, to help him stand. And I love the witch hat. There's also armature in the hat, so you can shape the hat however that you want as well. So Minx, Paula, Jenny, and Purdy, I see you all. Paula's back in there at 25. Thank you so much. So the tag on this one is underneath the hat. So it says 2011. 2011. I don't know if I looked at that when I got it. I was just like, ooh, it's a big one. Because usually the black cats are much smaller than this every time that I run across any of them. So the ears are kind of, one is sticking out here, felt, and I think the other one is like supposed to be tucked up underneath. We've got fluffy hair. Not too menacing of a snarl there for the scaredy cat. And there is like a little collar. You can see there's a little ribbon here, and then there's kind of like a little rhinestone jewel hanging off for the collar, which I like that. They didn't have to do that. A little bonus. Purdy, I see you're 33, and Vintage Rose, I see you're 35. So yeah, there is, I will lint roll this. I promise I will get all the little fuzzy things off. That drives me nuts. So I'll make sure and lint roll Kitty. But the fur is kind of, it feels like fleece. It feels like a fleece blanket. You guys should know what a fleece blanket feels like, but that's what it feels like to me. And then the head is the typical Annalee felt. The hat is like a satiny material with applied glitter to it, and then like flocked velvet ribbon to trim it. Okay, but let's measure Kitty. Oh, I get to use Mama Pam got this for me. I haven't got to use it yet. Hang on. I gotta set the kitty down. And he does stand just fine. Look at this measuring tape. Look at this. Can we even? Okay, so I finally get to use this. I haven't got to use it yet. Okay, so I'm gonna do the height first, because that is kind of, and what I will do, I probably will shorten the tail a little bit, just bend it down a little bit to fit it in a box. But as it stands right now, Kitty is about 17 inches to the top of the tail. And then width to the hat, depending on how you have the hat bent, I would say about 14 inches. So that's the size there. Yeah. She said it's Parmesan. It kind of is. And then you push on the belly and there it goes back in. Yeah. Okay. You got to see my fun measuring tape. Okay. Vintage Rose right now has a high bid at 35. So we're looking for 36 or more. And anybody that has a bid in there can do a just in case if they want. And let's do the countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Meow, meow. Bid end. Yes, 2011. Yeah. Do you guys want more Halloween Annalise? I can look for some more because I don't have any more. Usually I have a little witch mouse or something. I don't have any more. But I can look. I can look for some more. All right. Bid end from Karen. Okay. So Paula has a just in case of 45. Purdy has a just in case of 67. And well, unfortunately, because I can't really count that unless I don't think you want me to count that. $4,000. I know what you meant, but I'm gonna go, because just to be fair, I'm gonna go with Purdy Pansies, just in case, of 67. So Purdy's gonna win for 46 over Paula. Congratulations. Thank you so much. I'm sorry. But yes, I will look for some more. I will definitely look for some more Halloweeny Annalise. I will. Okay. Thank you guys. I know I don't get to hop up and just grab whatever most of the time, but I can. I can do that. As long as it's not a weird request. For the most part, unless I have it planned to come to something in particular, then I can. So, well, you could clearly see him sitting back there. Okay, so last round officially then. That I forgot about this. I haven't seen MJ tonight. I don't think I've seen MJ tonight. Let's see. This is going to start at 10. Another hosiery item. It's not the matching box that goes with that witch ad, but it's very cool nonetheless. And at some point, somebody paid $39 for this because it has it in pencil somewhere on the corner right there. $39 on the back from somewhere. So that is a box. I thought the box was awesome. It is the Bear brand hosiery, which I've never seen advertising or a box for this before, which is kind of fun. The bear is breaking into the crate of hosiery. I don't think that's going to fit on his furry bear leg, but I could be wrong. The Bear brand hosiery company from Chicago. And it had 6 pairs of women's hose in there, 10 for 35 cents, looks to be, which is fun. And it does have a little bit of wear to the box. I think it's really cool though. And I liked that you could, use it as something, you could store stuff in here. But I also liked it. It had fall kind of colors to me. In me. And on the inside of the box, I store my loose ephemera things in, and it's not a hosiery box, but I think it's an older shoe box. There's the inside of the box. And what is this? There's a tag in here. Oh, I see. The box was sealed. So to break the seal, pull side of cover. The seal unbroken ensures original package contains style and quantity as labeled. Bear brand hosiery. Well, they were pretty serious about their hosiery to have a security device on the box. I didn't even know that was in there. That's the first time I've taken the lid off the box. So interesting. All right, Joanna, I see your 10. Thank you so much. So we're looking for 11 or more. Let's do a countdown. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Joanne, do I have your information? If I do, I apologize for not remembering. There's a fruit fly up here. Bear brand operated for 130 years, 1893 and closed in 1969. Wow, it was around a really long time. Thank you, Kim, for that. Karen, thank you for the bid end. And Joanne, it's coming to you. Thank you so very much. If I don't have your information, please email me. Please. You have sent it to me before. Okay. I should have it then if you've already sent it to me. I apologize for not remembering. Okay, so recap. I do have a few things to recap, so I will do that quickly. I have a few things to bring back, and then yeah. Okay, so I will just go through these quickly. recap. We will do quick claims on these. So I'll briefly show it, mention if there's any kind of issues, tell you the price, and then I will tell you a keyword to type in the chat with the price if you want to claim anything. Okay. So recap. We've got Miss Owl School, Hootie Hoo, Little Joseph Originals, Flocked. She's in good condition with her little shag carpet grass and her little flowers under there. She's very cute. She was 12. You can put in Owl 12 if you want to claim her. Owl 12 for Little Miss Owl School. I want to know what the Owl School looks like. I'm going to have to do some more research and see if I can find more of those little owls. So Owl 12 for that. And then, what did I do with that? I had, well, hello, Richard. Good to see you tonight. Thanks for popping on. All right, I will write you down for that. Thank you. All right. And then I had, this was a pairing I had at the beginning. I think I had these at 16 for the pairing. Okay. So I had the antique advertising for perfume. She kind of looked like a witch to me, that I paired with this beautiful kind of amber stone with Aurora Borealis brooch. Good condition on the brooch. This was 16 for the pairing. So you can do perfume 16 for that pairing. This is just cool. I don't know. I like this kind of stuff because they just don't make it anymore. They might try and make reproductions, but it's not as good as the real thing. Perfume 16 for that pairing, if you would like it. And Vintage Rose. I see you first on my screen. Oh, I see 3 people in there. 3 people in there. Boom, boom, boom. So let's do a quick countdown to break that tie. Let's do a quick countdown for that. I'll do a 10-second countdown. Okay, so 17 or more on that. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. This measuring tape has feet and a tail. So ridiculous. All right, Pamela, I see you're 18. Melanie's got a just in case. Vintage Rose has a 19. There's the bid end. Melanie with your just in case of 290. So for 20. All right, Melanie, you got it. Melanie, you're throwing down a William just in case there. Okay. Then I had the very cute, come here, Halloween postcard. This was the cutesy one. I believe from 1917, although there's no postmark on it. Okay. I believe from 1917, early 1920s on it. So cutesy little witch and her owls, and signed. It's a Bergman publication. No postmark or writing or anything on the back. This was 25. Let me find. There we go. Oh, not upside down. This was 25. So you can do Witch 25 for the antique Halloween postcard. I like the blue in this one. She's very cute. Very highly detailed. Witch 25, Renee, I see you, and MJ. Hey, MJ. I see you both pop in there right away. So let's do a quick countdown, and Vintage Rose. I see you all. Boom, boom, boom. So let's do a 10-second countdown to break the tie, looking for 26 or more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. bid end. MJ, I see your 28, and Renee. Just in case, Renee. And there's the bid end from Karen. All right, Renee, it's going to be yours. Oh, Vintage Rose after the bid end. So Renee, it's going to be yours for 29. Thank you. Okay. And I had the Norcrest Owls. The Norcrest Owls, hooty hoo, on their little branch. These are 60s from the 60s. Hooty hoo. No condition issues on these. There's no kind of flea bites or repairs. That is a glaze slip right there on the side of the cheek. It's not a chip. It is a glaze slip there. This is 6.5 by 3.5. So the Norcrest Owls, these were 36. So you can do branch 36 for these guys. Hooty hoo. I love the acorns too. That's fun. Branch 36 for the Norcrest Owl family. I love how Mama Owl is very judgy. She's like, I don't know about these two. Branch 36 for those. And then the last thing are branch 40. Branch 40 for you, Vintage Rose. Okay, you got it. All right, branch 40 for the owls. All right. Here. All right, and then one more thing I have is the pair of hair accessories. The pair of hair accessories, the celluloid comb with the rhinestones. It is missing one rhinestone there in the center with the faux turtle. That's hard to say. Faux tortoise shell hair comb, and paired with it is the butterscotch Bakelite little hair clip that's shaped like a bow. The pairing for these, this was $20 for the pair. So you can type in hair 20 for the pairing. Hair 20 for the pairing of those. And the clip on the hair clip is good working condition as well. So hair 20 for the pair. And this is a decent size comb. And I did find out it works in a flower frog if you have a bigger one. Okay, I see two people right away for these, Pretty Pansies and Vintage Rose. So let's do a countdown for that. Looking for 25 or more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bid end. Purdy, I see your 25. And Vintage Rose, I see your 27. And there's Karen's bid end. Okay, so Vintage Rose, I do see your 27 before the bid end. I see it both on my phone and in StreamYard. Okay, so Vintage Rose at 27. Okay, thank you so much, Vintage Rose. All right, and I think that was everything. And you guys sold me out. Thank you so much. Thank you very, very much. A reminder, I will be sending invoices out tomorrow. Okay, so I will look for an email from me. If it, it'll probably be later in the evening or afternoon tomorrow. I'll try and get them done as quickly as I can get them done, but I will always message you when the invoices roll out. And I will send a link for you in case you need it. As always, I always send the link, even, if you don't use a guest checkout link, I always send it just in case you need to. And I will get things shipped out probably on Monday. I will get things shipped out, rolling out to you. And I will be back next Thursday. What is the date? Is that September? What's the date next week? No. Are we still in August? I'm so lost. No, it is the 3rd. So Thursday, September 3rd. I will be back next week for that. So I will be regularly scheduled at 8 p.m. Eastern next Thursday. I will get that broadcast made probably this weekend. I'll get that up there. And thank you to Karen and Kim and Gavin for helping out in the chat tonight. Appreciate you all so very much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we will see you here next week. And I will be back with some more. I'll try and do a mixture again. I won't do all Halloween. I won't do all fall. I'll just do a mixture of whatever I come up with. I'll try and find some more Halloween Annalise. Okay. Thank you guys again so very much. Have a wonderful rest of your evening and weekend. We'll see you next week. Good night, you guys. Bye.